All right, guys. How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful day. We have a watch list here for you. We're going to cover this AMD trade alert. We gave out an AMD trade today. I was actually a little bit behind because I was watching that and kind of like watching how I was. So this morning I was a little, I tried to put myself in like a state of mind of just excitement, excellence, and I want you guys to see you know how I'm acting because I'm excited about the day because I am wanting to get my 100% by the end of this week. Like I am attempting, I am manifesting this that if the market gives it to me, I'm going to put myself in the right place at the right time, and we're going to get it. We got 2 days. Can we do it? Can we get that triple digit gain to end the week? Unfortunately, this trade gave us over 400. It was like 450%, and I kind of messed it up. Okay, I messed it up with a few different by a few different ways. We'll go back. I'll discuss this trade. We can go right into it. We're going to cover CPI or not CPI. I'm sorry. We're going to cover the GDP numbers tomorrow. We have a few more earnings. We're going to cover Tesla earnings, all that fun stuff. We have durable goods tomorrow, initial jobless claims, GDP. So we're going to get some of that data. We'll touch that. We'll touch into some of the trade ideas that we have. More importantly, where is the opportunity right now? Where can we locate ourselves in the part of the market that's going to provide us with some opportunity? There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on right now. And I've noticed that I've also kind of haven't deviated. We're going to talk about Tesla because that's going to be a new opened opportunity tomorrow with some of that volatility dying down. We'll cover the AMD trading. Like I said, we'll go through all that fun stuff. I appreciate you guys being here. If you would allow us to put us forward to someone else, hit that subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to bring some institutional traders on here. And with your help, we'd be able to achieve that. If you could like this stream, comment down below. If you have any questions, I would love to be able to help you with something. If there's something you're struggling with as it concerns to trading, you have a question about a chart, a definition, whatever it is, someone else, I assure you, has the same question. So I appreciate you allowing me to give you, allowing me to take up a little bit of your time, and hopefully that you can come through with some advantages on how to consistently be profitable in the markets. Another green day. Again, I'm sad to say it. It was a small gain. It was a small one, a small, 20% gain today. I got to be happy because I'm not red. There's people out there that are red, but I'm not. I am green once again. I am. It really hurts because this trade gave us a real good opportunity. Now there were a few things that the one main thing that I noticed I'm going to cover. All right, we'll get into that. So let's go into it. We'll get right into it right now. We were talking about some divergence. Okay, the markets, S&P and the Qs closed green today, barely, just above flat. And the IWM and the Dow closed red. And we were actually looking for a short. The IWM is on the watch list, so let's get right into it. This is why I started doing this, because we can keep on track. I should have had this up already. So anyway, well, here's what happened real quick. I was just trying to get on Twitter real quick, and it logged me out. So that kind of just threw everything out the book for just a minute as I started this live stream. I said, oh, all right. So 224.24 trades, trade ideas, and my thoughts about today. There's a lot that goes on with price action that you may not instinctively take in, all right? And I stressed this earlier on the trade, or just mentioned it. I didn't really stress it, but I said, hey, don't fight the trend, all right? Don't fight the trend, and I went over it, and I gave my reasons why. This is a really important aspect to trading that takes time. This is something nobody can take from me. One, that's consistently pulling money out of the markets, but two, the time. Okay, understanding the markets, all right, and having the amount of time, understanding when to do something and when not to do something. And we're going to get right into it, guys. I appreciate you. You have no idea. I don't know what I was going to say. But anyway, I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied tonight. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the likes and the subscribes. You guys keep me coming. You guys keep me working. And I want to be able to help you as well be motivated, okay? Be motivated to be the first one up. First one, ready to go. Have your work done before the bell opens, okay? Keeping a good mindset. It's important, right? Treating your loved ones with respect, care, and love, and just being a good person all around. At your job, yourself. Importantly, if you can't take if you're not happy with yourself, it's going to be a little hard to be happy around everyone else. So as for me, these are things that I try to work on as a person, okay? And I'm just consistently trying to improve on something, and putting something like that, let's just say feeling good about yourself, or trying to get motivated, and just keeping your head up and pushing forward. Okay, when the toughest of times come, keep pushing forward. Okay, it's very hard to do in the moment, but you just gotta somehow think outside the box, right? Mind over matter, right? I was taught mind over matter, and keep pushing, guys. You guys can conquer anything you want in this world. We're here one time. Make the most of it, guys. You can keep pushing. Reach out. Cross off those goals. Have the goals set. We talked about this on the stream today, where when you go to do something, right? Let's just use money for an example, or some achievement with money. Let's say if you want to get to $1 million, right? You want to get to $1 million when? You want to get to it in a year? Bingo, glad to see you. Thank you for joining, man. It's good, really good to see you. So I can see that. It's not unfortunate. It's fortunate. You're in school. You're busy. That's exactly what I'm talking about, baby. Keep it pushing. Bingo. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. That's awesome, dude. I was talking about earlier having a game plan on how you're going to get to your goals. One, having your goals, and then having a game plan on how you're going to get there, right? Writing it down in the morning, writing it down at night so you see it. Have it in front of you. Keep it pushing, because you can easily forget 6 hours later as you go out throughout the day. Keep it pushing. All right? Be happy with yourself. Even if you don't accomplish something in the time that you think you're going to do it, maybe it's just not that time for you. It's coming. You're here for a purpose, okay? But as long as you continue to do that, you're not going to be unhappy about yourself, because you know you did your best. You keep pushing, okay? Keep it going, guys, all right? So this morning, I came in with that attitude, and I talked about it on the stream in the morning, and we'll go over AMD. I have ADHD horribly. Now, everybody can say other things. Like, there's just sometimes that it's so bad, I notice it. I'm like, what? Like, I try to stick to a task, and then I go to something else, and I'm like, so me watching my trades back helps me, right, for tomorrow. I'm going to say, this is what I just saw myself do. This is what I'm going to not do. So this is the good part of being able to go back and watch yourself and your trades, and how you're scanning the markets, okay? I missed a 450% gain today that we sniffed out early, and we were all over it, all right? And we're going to cover that very quickly. All right, so trade ideas, and my thoughts. If you could, one more time, hit that like button, subscribe. We post videos daily. We trade live right here, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. And we come up with our game plan. We put our head forward, and we execute, guys. That's all it is. Execute. Say, look, this is where I'm long, this is where I'm short. Anything else in between that, push it to the side. If you do not get your entry, and you have enough experience where you think, okay, look, it's proven it to me, and you may have to pay up, there is a certain part to that pay up where it's like, maybe that's not worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze anymore. But even if you catch it a bit late, and I think that's a little bit of where I go wrong. I try to critique my trading, and the word that I would describe would be trying to, I'm just trying to be a little too perfect, I want to say. But I also need to stay focused, right? Because you're going to see this on this trade. All right, so we're watching the IWM. We were watching the IWM today for a few different reasons. We noticed that there was relative weakness for the past few days. So let's go over to the IWM real quick. I'm actually looking to take a trade on this, and it's been in my mind for like this past week. Okay, 2 afternoons ago, I got really close to taking a long. Okay, and I was green on the day, and I did not do it because I did not want to risk what I had already done that day and take anything good back, because I promise, guys, there is nothing worse than having a green trade go red. Whether it's the trade that you're in, it pays you, and you do not take it, and then it goes red on you. I'm telling you, that's the rookie stuff. I've done it, right? I've done it. Chances are it'll happen again, right? Chances are it'll happen again. Maybe there'll be something I don't see. Maybe it'll be news. But, trading isn't perfect, but you can try your best to just read and react, and just try to keep it simple, right? Understand that using the mindset that, man, I wish I stayed in that trade, is hindsight 2020. That's Monday morning quarterbacking, because who is to say that you're not that life could have happened where you're like, man, I am glad I got out of that trade, because what if news just hit the tape, right? So it's like saying that you kind of are like, yeah, I kind of knew that news wouldn't hit the tape. They didn't just do an offering, like some random news, right, to pull it back down or to go long, right? So those are the things that I think, it's easy to say. We all do it. I do it. I will continue to do it. I just want to bring it forth to bring out the realization of, like, just because that happened doesn't mean that something else couldn't have happened as well. There's all kinds of scenarios. So the IWM, I've been looking at this, and I wanted to go long this trade because I had a real good feeling that this hold here, that we could more than likely come in with a gap up. I said it on stream. I had mentioned it, and I just did not take it because I was already green on the day, and I was not going to give my day away on a hope and a prayer that we were going to get a gap up. I felt very good about it, but that doesn't mean we would have got it, because, again, we could have gotten news and opened up down here underneath this level, right? So hindsight's 2020. But again, what I'm doing is I have a number. My job is to make it bigger. Now, I cannot justify, just because I'm pretty damn sure, excuse my language, that this is going to gap up, that it does. Okay. So I've been watching the IWM, and I was trading AMD today. So I didn't see this. This is a really nice double top. So I just wanted to bring you guys, IWM, bring it to your attention. I wanted to make sure that the sound was on. That what I'm going to look for on AMD is to see if we can bounce back up to this level, even though we already somewhat did. I want to see if we can bounce back and possibly get another opportunity at 196. So 196 is going to be the level that I want to see if we can turn this initial morning low, this pivot low here, and turn that into resistance tomorrow or Friday, right? You know what? Maybe it goes up to 197, all right? So, but still, 196, we'll see what happens. How do we get there? We break above? Okay, we're still watching 197. So IWM is an idea. It is on my radar because look at the juice versus the squeeze, guys. Okay? Now, some of this data could take it from you. It possibly could. Doesn't mean it's going to, but look where we're at. Look at that 50-day moving average down at 188, or I'm sorry, 189. So if you look here, these are the type of trades that I want to like, jot down and not forget about. This was a nice day in the IWM. That's a nice candle there. Look at that candle. So if we can get ourselves a bounce back to 196, I would really, really be enticed to take that short at 196 tomorrow. And hopefully, what do? We'll at least get that gap fill right there. That's a nice payday. And possibly even a test of that 50-day moving average right there. All right, so that's going to be my game plan in going into tomorrow and a Friday. And what else I want you guys to see here on the daily? What else do you guys see? Well, I'll tell you what I see. I see this 50-day right here coming up, and it looks like either they want to meet at the gap or that level at 191, possibly. Right? It may take, maybe it's next week, Maybe it's Friday. Maybe we do have a down day where we're able to hit this week. Let's go look at the weekly chart. What's the weekly chart look like? All right. So this is an idea that I have, and I'll be keeping my eye on for tomorrow and in the Friday, because I'm sensing weakness. What I can also do is tie it with a long. If I continue to see this weakness proceed, what's an idea that I could put on a short on the IWM? I can profit from the downside, but not only that, not only could I put a short on, I could probably put a long on, let's just say, semiconductors. There has been relative strength in semiconductors. Because I told you guys going into earnings season, what did I say? I said I'm going to want to watch for the sectors that are winning, the sectors that are leading, and the individuals in the sectors that are leading and lagging. So far right now, we've got banks that didn't do too bad. We have semis that are just crushing it, other than Texas Instruments. Okay? So keeping that in mind, there's an idea right there. This is a very, very nice setup in my book. That's 196 to 189.50. That's a $6 move in the IWM. And maybe I get some contracts for next week. All right, we get bounced back to that area. You know, maybe I look at next week contracts. So that's an idea that I have on the list. I know that the markets are trying to turn themselves around right now. Now you can see too, right? It is holding the bottom end of this range to an extent. This range is about $1 wide, $1.50 wide, right? I would say it would be this level, this gap fill here, at 192.50 to 192. So that would be the more area that I'm concerned, because this isn't where, the wicks are. The wicks are down here. So that's the IWM. That's one idea that I got for you. So yesterday, if you were on this live stream, I'm going to go to natural gas. If you guys were on this live stream for the past 2 days, I've told you guys JP Morgan. I have told you guys that JP Morgan is setting up for a possible long, a few dollars worth, not something crazy, because again, I'm also trying to let you guys know also that Jamie Dimon is selling, or was selling, and I would imagine he is still continuing to sell on these bounces. So here we have JP Morgan. All right, here's JP Morgan, and what do you guys see? Exactly what we told you. I said look for the bounce, the pullback down to 169, and possibly take the long. So we're going to find out if we gap up tomorrow. I will probably look for if we get a gap up, I'll look for that pullback in the 170.50 area. If it holds, then I want to see if I can make an attempt up to 172. I am not blind to the sellers that are at 172 as well, though. So I'll be patient on this one. But this here would have been a payday for you. It wouldn't have been an AMD type of payday, right? But if you were looking for something to just make money that's not volatile, if you're new, I know a lot of you guys have been doing this for a while. But for anybody that is watching this, because the team and the gang, the fam, like the stream and subscribe, so you were able to see this, you were able to find this stream. And I'm going to start trying to be able to come on here and talk better and do things better so that, I get to the point and that, people enjoy it. But I'm more concerned with you guys. I'm more concerned with making you guys money and helping you guys lose less so that you're able to make money and then make more once you start getting that down consistently. All right. So JP Morgan, nice long here, 169, 170, 50. I mean, that's a pretty solid trade, guys. So here is a 5-minute chart. So you have here a breakout, right? This is a mean long. All right, it held. You had a nice rally off the bell. That's a nice trade, right? Pulls back to pre-market highs, finds its support and liquidity, pulls back, and like these pullbacks, what it is, there's orders that are sitting there. Like I put out orders, okay? When I'm in a trade, more times than not, I have orders out so that it moves in that direction, right? It either hits that order and gets me into the trade, or it hits those targets on the way to the main target, and it takes profit for me. So a lot of times you'll see these rallies and these breakouts, and they'll have orders underneath, and they're trying to get in at a better price. So as it pulls back, they can be lowering orders, or there's orders at all areas of this range, right? There's buy, there's sell orders, but who's going to win? So anyway, it pulls back, you get that liquidity grab, bang. Look at the consistency on that. That is a beautiful trade done for the day, if you so choose, right? Because you don't want to mess that up. That's a nice, because what you have here is not up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback. How much time did I just take up off of there? I just took up 2 hours, right? This thing just went from where it went at 10:30 and got to the target at 11:15. That was a 45-minute trade. Could you imagine what those contracts paid? But I wasn't looking at this. You did put in a double top today, so we will be paying attention to this. All right, we will pay attention to that. That's JP Morgan. It's, these are ideas for you. If we get a gap up and you get that pullback and hold of 170.50, just watch out, because you do have a resistance zone up there at 172. Maybe you get a scalp, right? Whatever it is that you do. So be aware of 171, like high 40s, 171.50 and 172. All right. Anything above that, you're going back to all-time highs. Right. You're going to start working your way back up to the earnings call. Just so you can see it right here, right now. If I pull up an hourly chart for you, you can see the support here at 169. Bang, bang, and it was prior resistance, support. There you go. Let's see. You can see here in this chart how it's trying. Looks like it's trying to hold it. I know my charts are a little messy, so we'll see what happens. Maybe you get a gap down tomorrow. If you get a gap down tomorrow and hold pre-market highs of today, maybe that's another long, right? Maybe I don't know though, because you already wicked it. Like I'm not looking at JP Morgan to be trading really. Basic, what's up, man? How you doing tonight, bro? Awesome day today, man. I'm really upset that I wasn't able to fully capture that trade, but I know in my heart that I gave this out, that anybody can join us. You guys can join us right here, right on this channel, every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. Maybe I come on at 7 o'clock. Just hit that subscribe. You'll get the notification, and like the stream. We had a pretty cool day in chat today, but anyway, I gave out the AMD trade and was really, really, really on that long. I'm like, guys, I want to see this long because we got some room. That's why I liked AMD, because I thought it had some really nice. It had a nice move if we could catch that pullback. And we're almost there. We're going to get right into that trade. I am a little frustrated with myself, but it's okay. I'm not frustrated. I see what I did. I see how I acted, and I'm going to talk it through you guys. But anyway, so that's JP Morgan, right? Look up here at 172. That's a small trade for you if you just want to start trying to be consistently profitable. You have a minor level here at 170 if you just want to start paper trade. You guys can paper trade too. That's also an option, right? And get used to the markets, right? Not have something that's going to whip around and you just can't learn the markets because these things are moving too fast. This AMD trade today, right? I gave you guys these two circles that I put and said, this is what I want to see. I want to see if we can start walking this thing up. But AMD was slicing through these levels. This thing's moving way too quick. You got to be ready. You got to already know what you're going to do. Just like when I took this scalp, I got in at about $1.11, $1.10, something like that. We'll go back and see the contracts. And, I got that. And I said, I want to see this go to VWAP. And it ripped right to VWAP. Take it off. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I thought that I could probably get a second entry on that. And we'll get into it. So that's JP Morgan. I'm sorry that I keep dragging on. I'm trying not to get too excited because I know in the back of my mind I'm trying to hurry this video up because I haven't gotten these SSD cards in the mail yet. So UNG. I have UNG on watch. I want to start watching this because I want to see if we start to get some strength in energy or at least natural gas. Now, I've posted this chart for you guys a while ago. The RSI is a bit high here. So I'm not sure. Like for me, I would need to see a pullback, right? I would need to get a pullback at least at $2.1, $2, $2.10, in order to take this. There is a gap up here. That's contracts changing, I'm sure, but it's an idea. So I'm just keeping it on watch. you have a double bottom here. I wish there was a little bit more divergence like there was here, right? There is divergence here. You see how we put in this low, right? Put in that low right here. Put in that low. Here's your RSI. We came down, put in a fresh new low. Where's the RSI? It's up here. Put in a fresh new low, but the RSI is anchoring up. So this is divergence. The stock's going down, your RSI is your RSI is going up. So your indicators are diverging from the price action. There is a separation. One is going one way while the other one's going the opposite direction when they should be moving in tandem. And it looks like they just started to. So I want to see a pullback. And if we can get a pullback and we look like we can start to hold, you know, maybe it goes up. We're coming into summertime. I'm not an energy guy, so I don't know. It's on my watch list, though. It's there. It was really funny because today, as I brought it up, no BS, literally CNBC brought natural gas up. As soon as I talked about it in chat, it was the most ironic thing in the world. I said, of course they did. So that's UNG, IWM. Because there was news, I guess, with exporting and stuff like that, the Biden administration, blah, 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 blah. So, all right, I will be watching Tesla, Boeing, and maybe semiconductors. I don't know, because I feel like the semiconductor move was made today. So anything shy of today, maybe there's a continuation. But again, with the way that the markets acted today, and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into the sentiment of the markets next. So, Boeing, sense of relative strength today. I've been noticing that Boeing has been trying its hardest to just not fall, right? But it's also not accomplishing going higher, right? You have a high here, a lower high here, and then it did try to break out, right? It got above the 200-day again, and then just, you know, it pulled back. Now, I don't know if this pullback was to hold the 200-day to try and get up to fill that gap again and get up to the 50-day, because you still do have gaps here. You have a gap right here, right? There's your close. There's your open. Okay, that's a pretty big gap from 219 to 222. So I feel like Boeing's trying to fill these gaps. All right, so I have all the levels for Boeing here. But the news, so it did have relative strength today. It closed in the green, 1.24%. Now, why is that important? Because that's identifying that Boeing closed green while the Dow closed red today. Okay, the Dow closed red. Right, red on the day, red from the day before. So when you see a daily chart, that daily chart's going to be what happened during the day. But when you're seeing your charts like this close 0.25% down, that's from the prior day's close. What it does, it's taking in the close, because the close is the important. That's the important part. Where did we close? So if you use like line charts are closes, right? That are plotted on a chart. You have a bit of a double top here on the Dow. The IWM and the Dow have pretty much been in tangent. The Qs have been leading. The SPY has been just underneath the Qs. All right. We were watching these today and just noticing the relative strength. But more importantly, the strength that is also met with weakness, right? There's the Qs going higher off the bell. And look at the IWM. Just pulling back. That's not a healthy market, right? In a nice, healthy bull market, not saying that we're going to crash or anything, but IWM is struggling, guys. Like, I feel like we're almost there to where like either we're going to get our pullback or they're just going to give up and go long. I don't know, but the IWM just still cannot catch a bid to get up with the rest of the market. That is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It's not a healthy market. It shows that there's an imbalance, okay? That there's this gap between the leaders, the big boys, the tech stocks, and everything else. You can add in some banks and maybe even a little healthcare in there, right? If you look at it like a cake, right? You have a 3-sectioned cake, and the top piece, the middle piece, and the bottom piece is the IWM, and that middle piece is missing. So what's going to happen? That top piece is going to fall down and meet. And then they meet, and then collectively they will go up. This happened in 2020. You guys remember in 2020 how the IWM sat for 2 years flat, just trading sideways the whole time. Tries to break out, bang, ensued the bear market. Even though I'm already here, it's just important to see these things because, you know, you take these with you as you go in life through different cycles of the market, right? We rally COVID, it literally is flat. What was it, 220? Yeah, 230 to 200, 180 or 190. I remember it because I made a few trades on it, right? It just sat there all year. Okay, good. We're going to go with the rest of the market. And then that's when the bear market started. And what have we been doing? The same thing. Now I can take you back further. All right, we can go to a monthly chart and everything, and that's what it does, right? You get this rally. Now this is healthy, right? Not this like sideways tries to go, bang. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? This is what the markets are about, is a pattern. Consolidation here. All right, there's a consolidation, just a little one. It breaks out, ensues 2018. It comes up, consolidates for literally all year. Okay, we're good. Bang. Right? We rally, consolidate. We're good. Bang. So you're seeing that. And what do we have right here, right now? We consolidate. Oh, we're good. So is this the try to go higher and then we fail? All right. Look, the RSI is pretty overdone. Major moving averages are way down here. So just keep an eye out on the IWM. There's just this imbalance that it cannot catch a bid, and it's okay. People thought that this breakout was going to hold. Now we're back under it. And look at this daily chart here where this is solidifying these previous highs here up at that like 198 level. Everybody got excited when they saw this breakout here. Or like, you know, hoping that we're going to hold to go higher. Nope, you just got right back in the range. So what's going to happen? Is it coming? Like, are we close? Right? It feels like the Fed's getting ready to cut. Listen, this is what I'm sensing. I'm sensing that like something, like whether it's earnings, whether it's the labor market. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be this GDP or this labor market, but it feels like there is something looming to just give us our discounted prices, our pullback. Stock market crash, whatever you want to call it. I instinctively just feel like it's coming around the corner, and I'm going to be, it's in the back of my mind. So if I'm in a trade, you know, it's not just going to, maybe it doesn't fall out of bed, but maybe there is some bad news. I don't know. All right. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys the sentiment on my reaction. I told you guys I wanted to take the VIX long and just buy that for some protection. She had a really good day today. Look at the VIX. We got our pullback. It even gave me more because I was looking at this 14 level, 1350 to 14. And you got the gap down. I never really paid attention to it this week. So keep your eye on the VIX. The market went up while the VIX went up, other than the Dow and the IWM. All right, so Boeing. So there was news. So the FAA said it would not allow Boeing to expand the production of its MAX airplanes. All right, they wouldn't allow them to expand the production of its MAX airlines after the door incident, but it's not a door, after it blew out mid-flight. They also said that it would investigate the jet maker's compliance manufacturing protocols, pretty much limiting production, but grounding jets have a clear pathway to fly once again after they have completed their inspections, which they have. So the planes that were grounded because of that incident are now back in the skies because they have completed their inspections, and that issue for now seems to be resolved. So Boeing sold off after hours, but guys, it recovered the majority of this move. So what I'm going to look for is either another attempt at the 50-day. All right, let's go right into it. All right, so here's this. All right, so you have a lot of support down here at 209. On our list, you can see this box here. We were watching to see if Boeing breaks 209, we have a real nice shot to get to 202, right? 203, 202, 200 area. But this is the target for me. That's a nice trade, right? That's $6 on Boeing. So it bounces. I'm like, okay, cool. So now we may have a short up here. So after the news comes out, you can see here this 212 is rejecting. But what I want to see, guys, I want to see if we can get 213. Because I'm aware that, like, Boeing continues to try. There's a lot of people that are trying to get short this name, and it just keeps grinding higher. Not higher, but, I mean, in a sense, it is going to the top right of the screen. But, you know, it's making higher highs. Higher highs. Okay? So that's Boeing, right? 200-day is your rejection. That's your short for me. Up there, I got to think about getting the short, but I know that we have a gap fill above us that I'm still waiting for. Or like I'm not blind to, because I'm sensing the strength, but I'm also sensing that it cannot get above, and it's just only a matter of time before the individuals that are buying this thing up give up, and they're like, okay, I'm done. It doesn't want to go higher. All right, so this 213 level is a big level here. 213, if Boeing gets to 213 tomorrow and we do not get above it, 213 to like yesterday's close. Nope, I still want, see, there's yesterday's close. So, I'm sorry, today's close. Today's close to 213, this is where I want to take my short if I get that low volume bounce back, okay? Right here in this area tomorrow, guys. Right there. Right in this area, because where's my stop loss? This is my stop loss right here. Right? That's my stop loss. And what's my payout? Right? This is what the game's about. This is how the math works. That's my payout. At least this, right? We know we can get to that pivot low if we get a rejection up there, right? So that's a 213 to 209 versus a what's our stop loss? We enter it here, we'll say at the close. 214, or we enter it, let's just use 213 because it's farther away. So I'm going to go get in at 213. That's a 213 to 214. 15. I'm going to risk $2 to potentially make, what is this? 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. What is that? $4? 10, 11, 12, 13. That's $4. That's a 2 to 4 ratio. It's double, but I know I can get 202. I know I can. I know that this level probably won't hold, because that'll be it. Once you turn all this support, resistance, the support, breaks, comes right back up, support, it's about time. So that's what I'm watching, and that's going to be my my risk. Maybe I'll get an extra week on that put option, or if we just some way somehow we just cannot sell off and you start holding 213, you know, maybe we have a long to actually get this 50-day above us, make that resistance. All right, you have that 50-day moving average right here, and you have these gaps. So we'll see what she wants to do. They're not letting it sell off though. That's number one. This thing is not selling it off. So I don't know if it's like the CEO and institutions that are like, yo, don't let them sell this thing off, dude. I don't know what's going on, but the damn door comes off the airplane and she don't want to come down. It's kind of funny to me. Anyway, but in this grand scheme of things, what do we have? We have gap down, gap down, gap down, a limit order down, right? A limit down is what I call it, right? It's a limit down. And we went to the bottom end of this range here on the daily chart. I'm trying to paint you the picture. You are finding support here at 197, 198. We bounce up back into this area right now of 215, which is the whole top of this range, right? It's the top of that range. You got to give it a couple dollars. So anytime we're at the top of this range, I gotta start taking the short. Look at the wicks that are coming in. They're still there. So this test here probably could have been it. And then the news came out. So let's watch Boeing tomorrow. Boeing is definitely on my list for show. All right. So that's that. If you guys could like, share, and subscribe. I want to hurry up and get this done and over with for you guys, so you guys have ideas and can keep it moving and do whatever you want to do for the rest of the day. I want to say I do appreciate you being here. I do. And if you guys have any questions, I just got to throw this up because I put it back down. I freaking love you, Basic. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, buddy. I'm going to see you in chat tomorrow. And I'm going to talk to you. All right, so trade of the day. Let's get into it, guys. Are you guys ready to make fun of me right now? You guys ready to make fun of me so that I can, you know, come back stronger tomorrow and throw it back at you guys? But join us. Join us right here, and we'll be here trading live. Be a part of these trades, guys. This was it didn't even get to highs, and this trade was a 450%, guys. You could have taken anywhere from right around the entries I gave and ended up taking anywhere from 0% from your entry price all the way up to 450%. You tell me what you want, what you're satisfied with. You're satisfied with 50, 80, 175, 200? You're satisfied hitting your target and you got 300%? Cool. You're just going to hold it and let it go to 450% and then pull back down to 300, 250, 200%? Okay, that's cool too. Maybe you're good enough to call the top. I don't know. Right? If the markets are going higher, AMD's going higher, keep the trade on. You start to see the market pull back. You start to see AMD pull back. Take it off. Probably got a 400% trade right there. But anyway, that's what you have access to right here, free 99. All you got to do is hit the like button. That's it. And I need to be a little bit clearer as I'm going through these trades. But we talked about all this pre-market. So the levels here, you're going to already know them. You're going to have an idea. I'm just telling you, hey, guys, this is where I want it, right? I'm looking at it. It's on my screen. I'm going to take this trade. I did take a scalp on this because I seen this pullback. And you're going to notice that when we watch this, the way that it reacts off of levels and it makes that immediate move, I'm going to explain it to you. You'll see why I took what I did when I did and why I took it off. All right, so here's AMD. Really nice day today in AMD. So there was an upgrade on AMD today. So that brought it on the forefront, I guess. I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm exhausted tonight. So, long off of 171, 170.50 area, I drew out what I wanted to see for continuation for a long entry off the back of that upgrade. We'll cover that trade right now. I am, you know what? It is what it is, guys. I told you guys when I started this channel, I was going to keep it real, right? I was going to keep it real. So, I caught this tail right here. Or this tail right there. We're going to find out right here 1 minute. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. Okay, I wish I could play this back like on this thing. I think I can. But with doing this live and everything else, I not sure how that would go. It would probably take a little while for it to whatchamacallit. So there's a lot that I can learn off of this trade myself, okay? The first one I'm going to point out when you see this is me like moving the chart. Like, I need to leave the chart alone. If you guys want to, watch yourselves. Like, maybe you guys don't do that. I have ADHD so bad, it's not even funny. You guys can probably sense it in the damn stream. I could probably change this to ADHD trading. Right? Because I just get off topic. Like now. Anyway, let's do it. So let's go to the channel. Now listen, I'm going to give you a minute. Turn down your speakers. I don't know how loud it's going to be. And two, I do cuss here because once again, I'm telling you guys, I tried to get myself excited for the day and you know, like, just I wanted to be on top of my game. So I wanted to like feel excellence, execute excellence, and just I wanted to do great. And you know, I don't want to just do good for me. I want to do it for others, not just me. I want to be able to help other people. I want to help you guys, my family, my sisters, and anyone else that's around me, and you guys. I get a killer trade. I'm like, guys, stakes on all of us. You know, maybe like this is the point of the channel, is to have a group that we can all share our successes and our losses and get better as humans, get better as traders, all the above. All right, let's do it. All right, so again, I'm going to take this into tomorrow. I wonder if they'll let me log on now. I don't know why they did that to me. All right, so again, there is cussing here. I do say the F word. I'm sorry. I did not realize I was going to be cussing like I did, okay? So I need to watch how I act on the streams and stuff like that, especially, you know, if I want to try to get a sponsorship and you know, be able to have something like Trader TV Live or something like that. All right, guys. So, and if you guys want to help the stream, you're more than welcome to. I don't say it, but if you guys would like to help the stream out, you know, I have some things coming to make some changes. But subscribing and liking, commenting, stuff like that, giving us some feedback, giving me feedback would help. All right, let's do it. If it's loud, turn it down. Just be prepared. I don't know how it's going to sound on your end, and I do cuss. So if you have kids, back them away. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you right off the bell? Running and gunning AMD. They're getting ahead of it. All right, we pull back to this level. Now we... All right, so like I said, watch how how I move my charts. All right, watch how I move my charts and such. All right, I gotta bring it back to the others. I gotta bring it back down, guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully that's clear enough. Nah, fudge it. I'll just leave it here. I just can't push play. I can push that down there. All right. Broken it. I'm looking long. Here's what the first thing I want you guys to see. I'm sorry to stop it. I want you to see how AMD reacts. This is a key lesson. Not people, but I guess like a lot of new traders won't grasp, because this right here is going to tell you a lot. It's going to tell you about a lot of the early sentiment, and more so if you get a recovery. That's going to tell you a lot, guys. Let's watch this. Watch how this reacts on the... So right here, you have a 1-minute chart, 3-minute chart, 15-minute chart, daily chart right here, okay? So we can see here off the bell on this daily chart, it's trying to push up in the 174 because that's yesterday's close. I need to do a better job at identifying that that is yesterday's open and prior day's close. So I guess that's Tuesday's close. I'll try not to talk too much. 7260 on AMD. All right, AMD, I'm looking for a long. I don't want to just run and gun out the gates, but it looks like we might have to. Let's see if we can pull. Did you guys see that? Watch this 1-minute candle. Hell, even the 3-minute candle. Sorry for cussing. Pull it back. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me run a fib. All right, so that's a nice rejection of that area of 173.37. See, I'm saying area because I'm not understanding that it was Tuesday's close. So I need to do a better job when I go over my trades at night and in the morning, understanding like the key locations. Look, there's a test of that AMD. There is a nice price target range on this. All right, so what's going on here? Why do I have so many processes? Again, I do cuss, so be prepared, guys. Just in case you have kids or something. If you don't care, you don't care. That's cool. 180, 175. Give me the 175s. So, and just for clarity, I was looking at the 177.50s. All right, 177.50s. You can see my arrow down here at the bottom left. So watch these options as it wicks down. I get into the low 100s. I got in at like 110, one something. I think I got out at like 135, something like that. I can pull up my brokerage and see. But this is the contracts I was trading, was the 177.50s for a few different reasons. 5. So notice, well, never mind. Come on. What is that, a 29 delta? Shit. 175.50 is the ones that I'm looking at. Nope, you're looking at the 177.50s, bud. Okay. Good so I got to make that clearer for you guys. You guys can see the arrow where it's blue. Look at that profit reversal there. Whew, how many people just got smoked? Sorry again, that's what I wanted you guys to see. Because it started up here very quickly. It bounced up, and then you saw this thing just wham, go to 173 and under 173, and then like it went slow. It went slow on the way up. That was your first sign of weakness. Your very first sign that there was just going to be a little bit of weakness off the bell. And it slices pre-market highs, slice through this pre-market low, sliced through the opening price like it wasn't even there. Because they rushed into that trade. Whoa, god damn, look at AMD, guys. That upgrade did not mean anything. Right now I'm talking out of my ass because I'm highs or pre-market low. Right now, so sometimes I notice that I'll talk out my ass because I'm trying to concentrate on the stream, on getting my trade. What is my order fill? What are the option prices? I've just seen these option prices down here. All right, if we rewind it, these things were even just a second ago, we're at 140. So they've just gotten cut. What is that? 40. That's, would that be 40%? But they were at like 180. I don't think it's 40%. It's probably like 20% maybe because it's over a buck. So it's probably 20%, but they opened and went when they got up here. I'm sure they were at like 160. We could always go back and look. But that's nearly, 200 to 100. That's cut in half. That's a 50% drawdown. So I'm noticing that, and I'm still trying to talk and communicate, but this will help me get better at the streams. You have a 38.2 fib right here. We're seeing 90s. 45. It's just it's screaming. There it is. There's 90s. Look at AMD screaming. There's fucking scanners going. This is nuts. So that's where I should have left my chart. Right now, I need to leave my chart right there. Holy smokes. Right? Not tight and anything. Like, look at this 3-minute chart with that big-ass candle. Just can't see nothing. Bounce right in there. There's a rejection of pre-market lows. So I want you guys to know too, what am I doing here? I am identifying, look on the top right-hand side. Look where VWAP is. VWAP's up at 172.50, and our 9 EMA is way down here at 169. So I'm sensing, and I'm not saying this to you guys, I'm sensing the trap, right? A pullback into this area, draw this 9 EMA up, okay? And maybe I can get long off the 9 EMA at like 170. It briefly gives it to me, and I needed to realize the volatility that it was telling me, that it was going to be an area. So I need to keep that in mind. I want to see these two meet, right? And they will, but what I'm saying is, like, right now, I'm thinking, here's VWAP, there's our 9 EMA. For the most part of the morning, we may have an inside trade from 169 to 172 to start bringing the 9 EMA and figure out what type of direction we're going to have today, even though we know there's a upgrade. Same for the 15-minute. You can't really see it. Back. I want to see her start bringing it down. Look, see if that's resistance. 171. Watch your 9 EMA. There you go. That's a nice short on the top right. I'm not taking that short because I want to buy the long off the pullback. But that 171.98, that's going to crack the lows, and now we're going to get down and see if we can start finding support. Real quick, already. All right, real quick. What I've already sensed that I'm not saying is the quick rejection to the buy side. All right? And this is what's telling me to take the scalp because I don't want people out there to do it. Like, my plan here, guys, is to get long. I was hoping to get 170, 169, or even get an opportunity. You're going to see what happens. I leave to feed my cat, but it was the Netflix trade from Ty. Ty calls out Netflix. I go over to Netflix and Boeing. That was a big no-no, but it's okay. I only can watch this back and learn the hard way. We want to see if we can start finding some. I still made money today, though. I cannot be mad. It's holding. It's holding. All right, where are we at here? Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I'm ready to fucking murder this shit today, boy. I'm ready to murder this shit. Let's do it. Right now, I'm spotting a wick down. Right there. Because I already have my orders up and ready. All I got to do is hit the button. Reject. I want to get back in this thing, though. I want to be able to get back in this thing. Let me see. What did I pay? Probably some ridiculous price. 112. I'm already up 20. Shit. Give me VWAP. Give me VWAP. And then I'll get long again. So right here I should be taking because I'm going to see an extension. On that pop extension to VWAP. Bang,
took
right
a
there.
piece there, guys.
All right, now look at these options. They're at $1.30. Right, my entry was about what was it, 110, 109, 111 area. We can go back and see those options, but you can see that extension, and like these are things that I'm seeing, and I'm kind of just talking that I need to like start relaying to you guys like I'm doing right now. Like, hey, off the bell, these options opened up at let's just say 170. We get the pullback. These options just went from 170 down to $90, $80. You're going to sense that, hey man, there's a nice margin there. If we get support, we know we can at least get half of that, right? So these are the biggest thing that I do, guys, when I trade is I watch the option price. I want to know my high and my low versus I can compare that to my levels, and it's going to give me an idea that if these things get cut in half, these things get cut 80%, chances are we're going to get that bounce back, and I'm going to be able to like get that relief bounce on those options for anybody that may be in them and way down, okay, because they just got smoked. So just wanted to tell you that. Just hold on. That's a low volume bounce. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yes, I am on AMD. I just took that long, Tyrone. But wait, I want this level. So I did it to see if we would hold pre-market highs. Now let's see if we start working it up. I meant pre-market lows. I meant pre-market lows. Look at the volume, how it's lower. We want to start walking it up. All right, I was looking for a small scalp back to VWAP. That's what we got. Look at the quick rejection. I am not getting long, guys, until we get AMD down here to 170. We get to 170, I'll take the long. Unless there's something I don't see. I crushed that scalp. I crushed that scalp right there. I didn't really tell you guys. I was excited about it. I was deep down in. I did nail that thing. I don't want you guys to do that. 90 cents. I might even have got $1. I have to go on it and taking it through that extension. Just everything was perfect about that. I am not taking this trade until we pull back to this area. 170, 169. Keep it firm, but listen, don't just get long in there. I know you want to. Everybody wants good. Look entries. At my top left chart. Let it show you that it's going to get support and start going higher. Like you can't even see it. Come on, dude. Keep your chart up and leave it alone. Stop moving. Go higher. Sorry. Pull back and like start walking this thing up. That's what I'm going to look for. Right now, the volume does not look that big, believe it or not. There is a nice upgrade. There was an upgrade on this. Now look, now pre-market lows are resistance. You have an increase in volume on the sell side. Pre-market lows are resistance right now. It's still early. Watch the S&Ps for a pullback. That would be a nice short right there. You get up to this 9 EMA, you could get a nice short there. God. All right, so it's trying to hold 170. There's another shot at $1. Just hang out. Like I said, I'm not. I want this on the 177.50s. So in the contracts that I'm looking at are the 170. I don't know why I have so many options chains up. See if it turns out into resistance there. If it doesn't turn this into resistance, guys, if it breaks above it, look for the VWAP to be resistance. And it pulls back into 171.75, and that is a walk up right there. All right. So do you guys see what I'm saying there, right? Because now this is acted as resistance. This is acting as resistance. This is support. Your resistance. If you start to break up towards VWAP, it goes up. It'll pull back down into this area of pre-market lows. And that solidifies a false breakdown of pre-market lows. It solidified the fact that it did already wick this gap, but I was looking at something to the right, my scanner or something. I'm fooling around. I got to stop doing that. Look, that would be walking it up, if you know what I'm saying. But right now, pre-market lows are still trying to hold as resistance. Just making it resistance. Shit. And the contracts that I'll be trading, I'm in the wait, what the hell is going on here? I got so many up. I got AMD. I got to get better, guys. I apologize. I was looking at the 172.50s. 172. How are they What is going on with these options? All right, so there's your
250?
break of pre-market lows, guys. There's that break.
175?
So we'll look for that trade line and or VWAP. But
me
really,
make sure-
these
let me
pivot
find out
lows and
what
start
options I was
regaining
in.
them.
Hold on
There
a
it
minute.
goes. See it again, VWAP.
Oh,
See,
177.50.
me sitting here watching it, I can tell.
Okay, I got confused. I'm like, whoa, hold up, hold the phone.
You see what I'm saying? Look at VWAP now, right? That's what we just said. See if we get the VWAP. Now pull it back here to like 171.45 and start holding it. That's a break above. That's holding pre-market highs. And we look for the fucking long to break through pre-market highs and get to like 175 area. That was a 50.
I don't think we have much up here.
So also, guys, this is a 50% retracement. So far, that's bullish. A 50% retracement on a gap it's still bullish.
I don't think there's much there. As far as, you know, we're at all-time highs. There's nothing really stopping us.
There
up
I
here.
go with the charts again.
We want to see the increase in volume, though, or we're just going to just continue to get rejected at 173.50. That was a mean reversal to the sell side down there. Or
See
up
it
there.
bounce. Look how
Up at,
quick that is.
initial
It did
morning
it
highs.
twice. It did it
See,
twice.
exactly what I just said. Look for the bounce to VWAP. Look for it to pull back to 174.75. Watch it hold. That right there
that's
is
your
the
sign.
definition of a walk up. Now,
That right there was your sign to take a long. And you have to see here. You see this 90 MA on the 1 minute? It's going to hit VWAP. It may wick above it, but it's going to pull back. So don't get scared. I already know. Like, if I were to take this trade right now and I'm sitting here concentrating real life, I know that it's either going to close like up here and it's going to pull back. Not really to fill this area, because this area right here that's resistance has just been filled. Filled, right? Buyers. These sellers are now buyers. So in order for us to start gaining ground, we want to get above we want to get above the 90 MA. And in order to do
gotta
that,
get through
we got to
170.
close higher. But we got to pull back to meet it, to get above it. Right now we're above it, but we need to get above it on a downside candle. Let's see what happens.
It's got to get through 172. If you not get the increase in volume, it will break this level right here. It will break. I promise. If you cannot get above VWAP right now, we're going to break. We'll come back up one more time. Take the short.
And look, there
if
it
you
is.
so
That's a
choose to.
beautiful entry.
Again, right
It'll
there, take it back down to
oh my god,
pre-market
dude.
or yesterday's highs. Come on. That's my game.
So what's going to happen here? Because I haven't watched it, but I stopped right after this. It's going to go down just a little bit, and that's going to shake people out. Like whoever doesn't have confidence, it's going to shake them out. They're going to say, "Oh man, look at the volume on the 1 minute. Look at that sell volume, right? Look at the sell volume." Because off the bell, it's a little because there's a lot going on. But once you start to get into 935, 940, okay, so this could shake people out. But let's see what happens. It's got an upgrade. It's only pulled back, 50% so far. It's got a nice wick off that 50% retracement. 15-minute volume right now is still low for a 15-minute chart. And we are 5 minutes away from that 940.
I'm playing with this. Come on. Where are you at? There you are.
945. I'm sorry.
And as we pull it back, watch the 15-minute chart too, because that 90 MA is going to start coming up. See, look, what I say. Let's see if it breaks. It's still
that
holding 'cause
previous
it's this whole
candle,
area.
That's
Look,
a
it's gonna
shakeout
break
right there.
on low volume.
And look, the volume.
that wick.
Look,
That's
I
what you
gotta
wanna
rewind
see.
it. I gotta rewind it,
That
guys.
quick reversal.
I gotta rewind it. I want you guys to watch something. I want you to watch this 1 minute volume bar. Watch this 1 minute volume bar. What are we on right now? 207.25. 207.25. Let's go to like 20. Come on, you can do it. Let's go to 15. Let's go to 15.
Whole area. Look, it's going to break on low volume. It's not going to break.
Look at that. Did
wick.
you guys
That's
see
what
that?
You want to see.
Look,
Look at
did you
that
see the
quick
volume
reversal.
bar?
That was
207.
nice. He just went from 171.15 to 171.56 on that reversal. See if they're still there.
All right, one more time. What I want you guys to notice, look at this volume bar, how low it is. it's low and you get this extension down, right? And that volume bar does not move. But when does it move? When the buy side comes in and rips, you're going to see this candle, whoom, extend. And this is why I do not, and I say to a lot of people, I don't need to see the book map. I don't need book map because I'm watching, like I can see book map. Trust me, I know where there's orders at.
Whole area.
Watch it, guys. Look at it. Look at it go. It's really going to start moving. Look at that. Just boom.
You want to see.
Watch.
Look at
Hold
that
on.
quick reversal. That was nice. You just went from 171.15 to 171.56 on that
Look at
reversal.
that. Look at it increase on those.
There.
I'm trying to get it up.
I want to see this thing pop. Like, if you want to be long, you want to see it pop. And look, it's not. It's dropping. It's dropping.
That's
a shake
and bake.
We're going to look for this. I want to watch AM. It is. You're kind of right. It is.
There it goes. Look at it, just consistent. Boom. Just getting ate up. Oh fuck! Here he goes. He messed his trade up
all the way.
Oh, that
Damn
sucks.
right, Ty.
You just had your 100%, dude.
Trigger. I hit him up, dude.
Damn it! This
With
frustrates
the call,
me.
Yes, that's a relative strength. Look at that.
That was a
volume.
400% gain, dude.
That's a
that you
long.
just missed.
My
Look
book.
at
You're
these
not even gonna get a
contracts here.
pullback. You might start to get one here soon, but this is a sign of relative strength.
Look at these contracts here. It's pulling back. They're $1.09, $1.12.
Up. My little girl's going to want to eat. I'm not going to play Netflix because I don't, like, look, it's through 550. I don't know where you would go, man. It's at all time, I don't really have levels for this just yet. Right here, maybe, this, you have a support level.
I want to see real quick
no,
this
come
AMD.
Sorry, guys. This
There, I
mouse
think
is
it
just
changes.
being a pain in the ass. So look, Netflix, you have a minor level up at 5 AMD and like some of these other names.
116
let's
they
do a
were.
scan
They,
rate.
I
This is
think
why
I
it's
think
good.
AMD
That's-
started to
Great
bounce.
job, T.
I
Great
gotta
job, dude. Like, that's
freaking
awesome,
stay
bro.
on these trades,
That would have been a
guys.
beautiful long with that nice relative strength there.
And look, my little girl just coming in right now. I know I
So
go
we
right
said
back to AMD. I'm
209.
gonna say I know it's a live
213
stream
was
and
the Ariel and Boeing.
212.55, 212.20. All right, here we
See if it
go.
breaks 210,
Let's see
209.
AMD.
Look for that to be resistance, but
It's
it
right
looks
here.
Like the volume's
I want
a
to
bit
see where it's at.
lower
Look at the contracts
on
go.
the-
They
well, the
pulled
volume's
back. Now
coming
they're
in
back at
it's coming in on the
124.
buy side, in my opinion, for Boeing.
And I
You may
should-
just sit here in this range and wait for the.
I should go to
CEO.
AMD. And look, it's already back up above VWAP, and I just completely missed it. And now, here's what happens. It really goes, right? I'm hoping to get a pullback to 171.95 to VWAP, even though this little wick is all it gave you. That was it. You had to get in it. Do you guys see here what I was just telling you about the 1 minute 9 EMA being able to get above it, to pull back into it, to hold it as support, to grind higher? Because remember here how we were trying to get above 9 EMA? Well, we got to get above and then start a new candle and be able to drop back into it so that it's on the other side of the line. If it still just hangs out here, and that at this time, if I was patient and just not moving my charts around and go from stock to stock, I would have noticed that, man, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're coming up to 940 around this time. This is a 10-minute hold. Okay, it's time to go. We're not, even if we pull back, I'm okay. We have 180. What is it? What is $2 even? $1, 170, 150 to 169, 170. Okay, versus a $10 move to 180. So I didn't mean to yell in the mic, but this is what I meant. You see how this candle goes up? Well, it has a pullback, but you have that long candle there, and then it closes up there at VWAP. It pulls into the 9 EMA, that yellow line, and now it's on that side. Now the trend can start. And what do you see? Look at that volume. Look at this volume here. So breaking this down, it helps me. It may help you with trades to understanding some of the things that I say, because I'm putting these circles here for a reason. I'm saying, like,
I want to start walking it up. Yes, it hit this level. It broke it. I would have probably said, like with this candle, I want to test this level again. It never did. It's an area. It's not going to go to a penny. But that wick was that test. And then it goes up, gets above VWAP on what? We just broke above. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. So this candle just started. You're not seeing the volume for it yet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. What do you see? This is what I'm showing you right here, is that you had an increase in volume after the morning mess, after the whipsaw of price action from opening price. You had just about the biggest volume you've had that morning. That's a very long candle, but you're breaking back up to that VWAP and you're making it support in that second candle there. Not sure why. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I was right. 1, 2, 3. So yes, this candle is actually the candle through VWAP. That's what I thought. I got confused. So that candle is that candle right where my arrow is, and that's one of the biggest volumes. That's almost 500,000 shares in a 1 minute chart. So this pullback here would be nice. Like, if I were to see this right now, you already know what I would say, guys. I would say, guys, I'm looking for the pullback to the 9 EMA in this area to try and get long. I want to hit 9 EMA because, guys, the trade line to me is my entry and exit. And a lot of people don't use that like they should, right? Some of these indicators are made for different reasons. Some are to give you a sense of like continuation, right? Or a sense of, or this is a spot where you should enter. I always tell you guys, when you have multiple indicators converging into one price, 130. So I would, right now, if we were live, I would say, look for the pullback to try to get to 9 EMA. I just want to see what happens. And I've walked away to go feed my cat. I have not watched this back this far, guys. So this is all new to me. This is all new to me. I thought that I was going to be able to have a minute, that this thing might, I thought I would have a minute. And it's pulling back. I'm going to stop this now because I have stuff I want to talk to you guys about. But these are important lessons. And now it's starting to break. And let's see. Now shorts are like, hey. So there's a struggle there. We know we got a little bit of sellers here. That action right there, we can't sit and make up our mind about an 8-hour day. Right? We can't make our mind about an 8-hour day over a 1 minute candle. Right? We can't take a 1 minute time frame and make our mind up for 8 hours.
Little girl's gonna want to eat now. So look, AMD.
So the options, if these are still lit, are 126, 125. I should have entered them right there when I got back in my seat. Because I exited. I'm at this point. It's showing me the trend. Because I'm thinking there might be a double top here or a possible.
Man, fuck! I wish I could have bought it again at $1.
I wish I could have got that VWAP pullback.
I may say it. A rejection on AMD, which we're not.
I knew he was going to say.
Come on, pull back to VWAP. AMD pulls back to VWAP. I'm going to go for the long.
And I think look. That's funny, isn't it?
Breaking out right now. Pull back, hit VWAP, and the 9 EMA. All right, you still got a little bit of
173.
It's showing us that. 175 is the area.
Oh, look, these things are going. Look, they're screaming. Look at the contracts. 150. They hit 146, 147 again there.
Dude,
they're 150.
It's at all-time highs now, so it's not.
150 from
can't see anything with this Fibonacci.
90. That's about 60%. No, from $1, I'll say. That's a little 50% gain to start the morning.
Right here,
wow.
If you guys didn't see that.
I was hoping to get a pullback. And look at the increase in volume.
Candle,
look, yeah.
That candle ripped at the very end where that tail is. That little bit of selling, it ripped. So hopefully it's telling me that maybe we can get that pullback to 173.
You're not going to get it, bud. It's time. The shorts are covering.
It's just green as hell. Just Christmas green.
And these contracts are just climbing.
I'm going to go feed her and hope that I can get a pullback
and I'll be right back.
Oh, I thought you already
Let me
fed
just
her.
feed
Oh,
my
I had to
cat
use
real
the
quick.
bathroom
Look, it's gonna
probably.
break.
Look, there it
I should've
goes.
just taken it.
Yep, 160.
Um,
So anyway, guys, these things end up going to like
after,
450 or
obviously.
so when when I checked them later on. I don't know what contracts I have. So anyway, that was my trading morning. I took
I don't know
I did
if this freaking thing with this dude.
I
is
took
online
a
or not.
I thought I took a trade on the SPY. I took two trades. One of them was flat, and I think one of them was like a penny loss. I think I tried to take a long, but I hit it with my thumb when I went to enter it. So anyway, that was I got to learn from it, and hopefully you guys seeing that and watching yourselves will help you guys, try not to because I try to like just be relaxed, calm, and just watch the chart. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow and Friday. I'm going to relax. I have the stream going. Yes, I try to I want to talk and be kind of, I don't know, entertain you guys or something. I don't know. So I got to just relax. All right? I got to relax, and that's just insane. That's insane. And then, like I said, when I looked at them later on, I was seeing them at 2s. I seen them at 450. I seen them at 3. It is what it is. The market's closed. Today is done. Let's fix it. We're going to go tomorrow. We're going to fix that. All right. So I gave you guys trade ideas, Boeing, IWM. All right. At the end of the day, I was saying how the markets had kind of just reversed, right around 1 o'clock with that, I'm not going to say it's because of the bond auction. You're going to hear people talk about bond auction this, bond auction that. Guys, we are gapping up. If money managers do not take profits, it's a profit type of day. You're coming into PCE, GDP numbers, and initial jobless claims. So I felt that the back half end of today was a de-risking moment where they took some of the profits off the table for a worst case scenario, right? Maybe they took some of that profit off and stuffed it into the VIX. They seen the VIX climbing, right? So if you start to see the markets turn around or going up, take notice of the VIX. If the VIX is climbing when the market's climbing, there may be a reversal in the afternoon at 1 o'clock or something, right? Maybe there's something going on because there's obviously order flow going into the VIX. And the VIX is going to go higher too, again, because of the fact that there's data tomorrow and the IWM and Dow. There was just a total divergence today. The Dow sold off, the IWM sold off, and the Qs and SPY were ripping because of big tech, because of Netflix, and semiconductors. Like the big 7 and semis is the SPY and the Qs. So, you can see why they did what they did today. So, like I said here, a sense of selling today. Really not a sense of selling, but a sense of taking profit, right? To de-risk a little bit. So Boeing, and again, the CEO is going to speak again tomorrow. If you guys notice, Boeing has had a lot of volatility with that meeting today. I couldn't find it. I tried to find it, but look at the volatility that it gave you. This is a nice run up. This I was actually watching to see if we could break. If we were able to break that, I was going to take the short. That's why that box is there from today. So that's an idea, right? You can see just everything surrounding Boeing, there's volatility. Volatility is what makes you money, right? Volatility pays. Whether you're a buyer of options or you're a seller, you need to know what you're doing. I don't want you guys to lose money. All right, so Tesla. EPS of 71 cents versus an estimate of 74 cents. Sales, 25.1 billion versus 25.62 billion. All right, 25.17 billion versus 25.62 billion. So that's a little down. Margins were down 8%, which was 784 basis points year over year. All right, and ServiceNow beat. I like the CEO. He's a little Hollywood weirdo. No, he's not weird. Don't get me wrong. He's not weird. He's not weird at all. He's a successful individual, and that's when I talk about CEOs of companies. I think ServiceNow, guys,
I'm going to tell you guys, if I get the opportunity to buy ServiceNow, I will be buying that thing with both hands. I'm going to suggest that to my mom, my dad, and anyone else. I would say I would look into it and have trust in the CEO. They're doing a lot of stuff with AI. I want to do a little bit more work before I go to bed on that. But ServiceNow, something I want to look at. So let's look at Tesla real quick, and we'll just see what we can expect tomorrow. She's falling down. She's down at 195. All right, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do, boys? I think the move has been decided. Okay, and remember, when we say, when Tesla gives you a direction, it gives you the continuation. Once it picks a direction, it goes and it doesn't stop. Once you think it's going to stop, it just keeps going. And then it's a week later and you're like, okay, all right, I'm going to get short. And then you get the reversal because it's already sold off for 3 weeks, for a month. All right, so really this was the first, I want to say the first 2 weeks of the year, 3 weeks of the year. We're on the back end of the third week. You got room down to 190. No, that's where we're at now, I think, 195. Do we have gaps? I think we have a gap down here. There's a gap down here, guys, just to be aware of. And I traded that in January of last year. I'm going to put this right here, just so I have that aware. We're not going to get there anytime soon, but you definitely want to know that it's there. All right, you have that gap fill. I know there's some more. All right, so watch for these gaps on Tesla. There's a small one right here in the middle, man. I know we were talking about that. There's a small gap right there. There's a gap here. Where is this? 191. So here's a target. There's our first target, guys. Okay, so that's Tesla. 191. All right, 191. I'm going to make that a 3. Dotted line because I know that that's a gap fill. It's either a target, take profit, or a gap fill. I want to hurry up because it's late. I got to get up early. I keep doing this to myself. You know, if you get a bounce back to like 197, maybe I take this thing. You should get a lot of volume with it tomorrow. We'll have to see. All right. CSX beat, IWM, ServiceNow, United Rentals beat, Las Vegas Sands. I'll have to look at that tomorrow. So that's what I got for you guys. All right. Main ones I'm going to watch tomorrow as of right now until we wake up with some news is Boeing, Tesla, and IWM. Maybe the overall indexes. Let's see what this data comes out. Real quick, I can recap that, or we can cover it in the morning, whatever you guys want to do. I guess it's whatever I want to do, right? Let's just have a look. United, or not United, but natural gas. I'm keeping an eye on that. Tomorrow, IFO business climate. Interest rate decision. European interest rate decision. So we'll get to see Christine Lagarde and hear from her tomorrow morning. That's at 8:15 a.m. All right, so we have durable goods, expectations, and forecasts. You got to know them, all right? Consensus, think it's going to be around 1.17. They are forecasting a 0.01, a basis point, a tenth of a percent change. All right, GDP growth. This is the one I want to see. Previously 4.9. That's a big drop. That's cut in half. That's more than half. That's 2.9% down from previous quarter. I think you could get a small beat here, guys. It doesn't mean we will, okay? I think we could see a 3 handle. I don't think GDP quarter over quarter is going to drop like that. Maybe it does. Maybe there's a reason why they know that, and they're expecting 2. So we'll see. Is this why we got a bit of selling today? We'll see. Okay, durable goods, all that fun stuff. So there's still more. You have so you have the revisions that also come out for PCE. We have continuing jobless claims tomorrow. We're going to keep our eye on that. Can you believe it? We're back down to 180,000. We started making progress to like 120, 117, and then it drops to 205, and then it drops to 180. But that's okay because remember, this was January 13th, right? This was, you're still talking about Christmas and all that fun stuff. And they are forecasting an even lower initial jobless claims. Even lower. other than the consensus. They're saying 1800 flat. I want to see 19 to 200. I want to get back to the 200s. That way the market can continue to climb. Because that's not going to be a lot to scare. It'll just say, okay, it's going back to a state of normalness. Right? It's going to back to a state of normality, I guess is the word I'm looking for. All right, we have new home sales. So we have a lot of data. We have Fed talk tomorrow. Or no, we don't. I'm sorry. Kansas Fed Composite Index Manufacturing. 4-week, 8-week, 10-year, 15-year, 30-year. Let's watch that 30-year just to see what happens. Again, I don't go crazy over bond auctions, but I do kind of see where they're at. So if we get a surprise, I'm aware of, where we've kind of been, and I've said that since I started this stream, is to kind of keep an eye on rates and just know where they're at, right? That way, if something comes in, okay, you already know the difference. If you've been sitting around 3.8, going up to 4, you go to 4.2, and then you start to see it pull back a little bit, goes back down to 3.9 and 4, and then bang, 4.8. Oh shit, what happened there? You're going to be aware because you've been watching it. It's not that you're there to trade it, but you're there, you're aware in case something happens. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I want to be able to perform tomorrow. All right. I'm going to do what I can. I watched myself. I've kind of think that, like, even just by watching tonight, that I can make myself better tomorrow. Just by not fooling around with the screens, not going away from my monitor. I found the opportunity. I was green today. I took the opportunity. But I really, really left a lot on the table by trying to be too perfect. I tried to be too perfect with that 170 entry because it was down at the 170s, all right? 170.25, 170.35, 170.60, 170.40. That's still really 170 area, all right? So, it's like I need to remember that there are orders in front of that level, and chances are, with an upgrade, there's going to be orders sitting there from 171 all the way down to 169 all through there. So as it's pulling back, it's just getting all these orders, and it's just like, okay, I went in and I grabbed a whole bunch of buy orders, and now we're going back to the upside. And then it gets a few sells, comes back down. You guys have a great night. For anybody that stayed, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm not perfect. I do know what I'm doing. I feel like I have a decent mindset for the markets to kind of understand what they do. I need to do a better job of relaying it, and really getting up on top of my stuff. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow and going out through the end of the week. What are you guys going to work on? All right, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're going to see what these jobless claims come in at. Are we on the brink of a recession? We will be finding out, I think, here very soon. All right, within the next couple months, we should be able to find out. All right, guys, have a great night. Appreciate you guys. Basic, Bingo, Chris, all you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow live in the chat. Have a great night, guys.